Hey guys, Joe here. Stones versus Bones Part 2 coming up. Just a few things, then we'll get started. As usual with a Part 2, Part 1 will be linked in the description. I do recommend you start there if you haven't seen that yet. I go over some introductory stuff, and also I'll be covering some things that happened in that video in this one. So if you don't want to see that before you see the video, go check that out first. Second thing, the target is set up exactly the same as in the first video. The only difference is now I'm using a 3/4 inch piece of plywood as opposed to 1/2 inch. Other than that, everything is the same. Last thing, I'm going to be starting with the exact same sling and the exact same stone as in the first video. The only difference is I put some orange paint on it. I think it'll make it easier to see on the video, and also if I lose it in the grass, I'll be able to find it. Let's go. Guys, just one more thing real quick. In the first video, I started with a pretty heavy stone and actually worked back and ended on the lightest one of all of them. In this video, I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm starting with that same stone. I believe it was 172 grams. What I'm hoping to do is hit right on top of that bone, because with the other board, that's what it took to break it. So I'm hoping to get the exact same thing with this one and see as to whether it breaks or not. If it doesn't break, I'll go to a heavier stone. But that's the goal. Hit right on that bone with the same stone. That showed me part of what I wanted to see. On the 1/2 inch board, even this stone was still causing a little bit of damage on the back of the plywood. On this 3/4 inch, that's a pretty good hit. There's no trace on the back whatsoever. That's close. We'll go take a look. You can see the hit right there in the center. I think it's actually just a little bit above the bone, just a tiny bit. But as you can see, everything back here is still good. The bone's still solid and in place. It's not broken. This one's close. Let's go take a look. Not completely sure, but I think that last hit is this right here. Whereas the bone should be right about here. Now that is right at the edge, but when I look down on it, I'll see if I can get this with the camera. This is the hit right here. And if I follow that mark, it does come down right about here. So it is on the bone, just right at this end. But the bone's good. It's not broken. It is loosened up in the straps here a little bit. but it's not broken. So I don't think that stone is going to break it. I think the thicker wood is protecting it. So I think I'm going to move up to a heavier stone because I don't think that one's going to break it. Like I said, I think this thickness of wood is protecting it against the 172 gram stone. Hey guys, we're on day 2. 2 things, then we'll jump into some more slinging. First, today's equipment. Sling is staying the same, but I am going up to a larger stone. This one is 254 grams, so it's approximately 80 grams heavier than the stone I was using yesterday. Second thing, when I was reseating the bone on the back of the target and I was just tightening things up, I did notice some more fractures going down the length of it, which I took some pictures and I'll put those up on the screen. I didn't notice those when I was looking at this particular bone before, but I can't say for certain as to whether they were there or not. I want to mention it is possible that all of that pounding on the target yesterday did cause some fractures in the bone, but didn't actually break it. But we'll slam it with this some today and see if we do get a break. Let's go. Almost got it in one shot. That one was perfect height, but it was about 3 or 4 inches too wide of the bone. Well, so much for that stone. I saw a bug flying by my head, and that completely distracted me. Threw it over the target. Let me see if I can find one close to that same weight. Hey, I'm not able to find a stone that matches the weight of that other one exactly, so that's going to change a little bit. So I did go back in the weeds and just take a look for a couple of minutes, see if I saw the other one. And no surprise, I did not. But what I did find, the leg bone of a deer that almost matches exactly the ones I bought and I'm using to throw stones at. Kind of funny. All right, here's the new one. It's not as thoroughly painted as the other one, but hopefully that's enough. It shows up on the camera a bit better. Official weight on this one is 278 grams. All right, I'm gonna call it because I'm tired. Didn't get the hit, but we'll go take a look. I've hit basically everywhere except right where I need to. You can see this thing's littered with marks, and right here is where I need to hit. The closest were this one right above, and these two were real close right below. Again, right here is where I'm trying to hit. Just to show you what's happening back here. Seeing a couple spots. There is some damage happening on this board, but I don't think it's from one particular hit. I think those breaks are just because of the constant impact. Up at the top here, there's a couple other places, here and here, and over on this side. But the bone's still here, it's secure. I can still see those hairline fractures. I don't see any other ones that have developed, but it's not broken. Hey guys, day 3. I just want to show you one thing and then we're gonna get right into it. I was finding it difficult because I didn't get a perfect hit on the bone. I think it was because it was just throwing at a general center of a big circle, which was difficult. So I marked the bone here, which you can see. So that will give me a much more specific target to throw at. Let's go. Alright, that stone is gone, unfortunately. Got a little bit too lazy with my throw and it just soared high on me. This one's a little bit heavier. This one is 293 grams. All right, got it with that one already. Let's go take a look. Okay, the stone wasn't painted, so unfortunately the mark isn't showing up real well, but it's right here. There's a divot in the wood right here. See if I can get another angle to show it. Right there. But come back around here. Bone is not broke, it's still solid. So 293 gram stone. The 3/4 inch plywood has protected it. Let's step it up another notch. Up to 353. All right, I'm tired, so I'm gonna call it. I do have to review the video because I'm curious about something. When I've gone up and looked, I'm not really seeing damage on the board from this stone. There's so many hit marks all over that board at this point, so it's hard to tell just because they get lost in the group. But the couple where I think I know where they hit, I didn't see any damage. So I have to go review the video because with this stone, I may have actually hit that zone because there was one I thought I did but didn't see a mark, so I figured I missed it. But I have to go back and look and see if I can see or not. Dragonfly. But I'll take a look at that and put it up here, and if I did hit it, we'll go from there. If not, I'll keep going with this stone. Cheers. Hey guys, day 4. I was thinking about throwing in the towel, but the mission is not accomplished, so I'm going to keep going. And also, I found a really nice stone. This is 447 grams, so we're going to hit this board again. Other change, I did go back to the sling glove, and this is one of my big stone slings again. The other sling I was using had boot laces for cords, so this is back to paracord, so it's a little more sturdy, and the leather is also a little bit thicker. Let's go. That hit was about that much too high. Bone is still good. Hit. Let's go take a look. It was way toward one side. This is the hit right here. And the bone is still together and secure. See if I can see where. Looks like that stone would have hit right on top of that. Okay guys, I'm pretty surprised. The 447, when that hit, if I got a good hit with it, I thought it was going to break it, but no. 537 grams. Let's try hit it with this. Here, I want to show you guys something. I hope the camera will pick this up. See this little fracture here that's kind of coming down at an angle? There are these other ones going straight. Here's another straight one here. But this one that's angled coming down through, that was not there before. I know that wasn't there. Plus, if I run my finger along here, right there at that little crack, I can catch my fingernail on it. So the bone is breaking down. That was so close. I'll show you guys this one. It's not showing up real well, but that's that impact right here. You can see on this side how the little bit of cracking there, and I think that's just paint actually. That hit right there, so just above the bone, and the bone is still in good shape. Hey guys, last round. I'm just gonna do one more because this board's getting absolutely broken apart and that bone is not breaking. Let's go take a look at the target real quick first. Okay, from the last time, I've actually flipped this entirely upside down because I was always seeming to be hitting a little bit high on the circle area. So you can see all this damage happening here, which that was previously the top. I ran out of white paint, so I couldn't paint the old position of the bone here, but the darker one, that's where it is right now. So it's actually a little bit higher on the circle. Hopefully I'll get some more hits on it here. Okay, just one more thing. Well, it was in the last video. I did lose that stone that was 537. I'm not too worried about losing it though, because I did have that one hit that was just ever so slightly. It was kind of right on the line of where my bone position was. But we are going up to 631. Hope my shoulder holds up. I'm actually still a little bit sore from that last session. Let's go. That was just a tiny bit below it. Bone is still good. No break, but I'll show you guys these hits. All right. The one that I said was a little bit low, I'm pretty sure that was this hit right here. And that one that I just threw, that was this one up here. So both right on top and right below the bone. And it's still good back here. I have slid it over a bit because just with the the board getting pressed in, it loosens up a little bit. So I've just slid it down so that it's tight in these leather straps again, but it's still in one piece. All right, guys, fortunately, I've run out of time and I've put all the time into this that I can. I did get very close hits with this stone, and bone's okay. I'm gonna go and cheat and try to simulate a hit. Wow. Even up here, I was having trouble hitting the thing, but I don't know if you can see this. I've got this whole area completely caved in. All this area down here. I've got a hit right here, but big hit right there. Look here. Bone still has those tiny fractures. I don't see any new ones, but it's still in one piece. Wow. Hey guys, well, this one's all done. I'm not going to go any further with this. I have to say I'm absolutely surprised the bone didn't break. I got it right here. We're going to take a closer look at the bone and at the back of this target in just a minute. Just a couple things. This one did take me longer to get to the end of than I was expecting. One of the things was with the heavier stones, once I got the 300 grams plus, it was much more difficult to do fine tuning with the aim. If I was just a foot or 2 feet off the target, it was hard to make an adjustment just for that small amount. Another thing with the heavier stones, especially when I got the 400 grams and higher, that really was a lot faster to get tired. With 100, 150, 200 gram stone, I could come out and throw for hours on end and not have a problem. But with those heavier stones, I started getting tired and sore, especially my shoulder. When I got done with this whole thing, I couldn't sling for about a week. No injury or anything, just I was sore. But enough of that. Let's take a look at this target. There's the bone. Still intact. Now, I'll grant here, this is where the bone was in this rectangle. That was its final position. Now with that actual spot, there's a little crack here and some other stuff coming into it, a little bit there and that there. But overall, this is undamaged. But just looking at this board as a whole, that whole center area is absolutely destroyed. Here we'll come around and here's the front, was broken through here. This big crack, also it's hard to see, but this whole area in here is all caved in. You can see it's splitting off there where it broke. But even with not serious damage on the spot where the bone was, I can't believe it didn't break. Okay guys, that's all for this one. All it does make me wonder, because that bone didn't break, if that 3/4 inch would be sufficient for a shield to protect against a sling stone. Maybe that's something I need to test. Cheers.